Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you what is in my hospital bag. So I'm 36 weeks pregnant at the moment, and this little girl is due to arrive in about 3.5 weeks. And I finally finished packing my hospital bag. I think with my first child, my son, I had packed it by like 34 weeks. Not so this time. And I packed it a little bit differently to how I packed it with him. If you want to have a little bit of insight as to why I've packed the way I have, then go ahead and check out my birth plan. I will link that video here and you can check it out. Also, I've got quite a few of my postpartum must-haves in this hospital bag, so go ahead and check that video out too. I'll link that right here. So I'm going to start out by sharing what I've got for myself, and then I will share what I've got for my baby girl. I have packed fairly lightly for both of us. We live like 2 minutes away from the hospital, so my husband can always pop out if we do end up staying longer than we're planning on. But hopefully all should be good and we won't need even all of the stuff that I've packed here. So I've got all of our stuff in one suitcase. I can't show you the suitcase. It's like on the ground here. It's a really big suitcase, but it's all I had. I prefer to use suitcases and not duffel bags because I find that you can just like organize everything a whole bunch better. So yeah, I've used a suitcase and it'll just have to be big, but I've got all of our stuff in one bag, so that's good. So I'll start out just with my toiletries, and I have this bag, and I bought this off Trade Me years ago now, before I got married, and it's got several other bags that go with it. I don't think I used any of them this time, but it is such a great thing when you're traveling. So let me open it up and show you what's in here. So I've got some basic stuff like shampoo and conditioner, stuff like that. I'm not planning on having to use these, but I just thought you never know what's going to happen, so I'll pack them anyway. I've got deodorant and toothpaste. I bought myself a new toothbrush because they're like 80 cents and it's easier than trying to remember to pack my one when I'm in labor. And then I'm going to be taking my makeup, but that's something I've got in my on my last minute checklist for when I'm in labor. But I do have my foundation in here because I bought a new one the other day and I just thought I'd put that in here because the lid on my current one is broken. So I've got that. I've got a face cloth. I can't remember if I used their face cloth or not last time, or if they even had them, but I've packed it anyway. I've got some makeup remove wipes because I like to be fresh faced. I've got a hairbrush, this is like a knockoff for the Tangle Teezer. I just get it from the dollar store. I've got a loofah, and what else do I have in here for me? I've got like a thing of hair ties and bobby pins, those kind of things. I've got some coconut oil, which I've just scooped out of a larger container and put into here. And I'm planning on using this for myself as like a nipple cream or a nipple balm instead of, lanolin. So I've got that to use. And then I've also got a couple of headbands. This one I actually made this week. It's like a turban style headband. And this one's just a plain one I've had for ages. So just because I've got a fringe now, I don't want it getting in the way. And if I don't get time to style my hair, then this is just like a quick, easy fix. I've also got a couple of Ziploc bags, just in case I have anything that's wet or soiled or something that I don't want to soil the rest of my bag with, then I can put them in here. And what else? These are actually for her and not me. I've got Vaseline to put on when she's firstborn because that first meconium poop is like really hard to get off their bum. So I've got Vaseline to put on her. And then I've just got a couple of dummies. I don't know if I'm going to end up using them or not, but I've got them packed. Anyway, so that is, I think that's pretty much it in my toiletries. And I did actually make like a hospital bag checklist. I actually just looked up the one I had for Jack, which was still stored in my documents in my computer, and then I just tweaked it. Okay, so next for me, I have packed myself some adult nappies, which this was in my postpartum must-haves video. I plan on using these for the first like 24 hours, and then I can just switch to the normal maternity pads, but I'm taking those along. And I did actually pack some standard maternity pads. I don't know if I'm going to be using these because the hospital does supply them, but I'm just taking them just in case. to go with the maternity pads, I have granny knickers, and I like using Ziploc bags to like separate stuff in my bag because it makes it easier to find. But these were just from the warehouse. I actually had them, like the ones I didn't use with Jack, and so I've packed those to use this time. And then I've also got a whole bunch of nursing pads in here. I doubt that I'll be using these while I'm in hospital, but I packed them anyway because I don't remember like really using them until my milk came in. What else have I got in here? I've got witch hazel, aloe vera, and like a peri bottle is what they call it. All of this I talk about in my postpartum must-haves video, so go ahead and check that out if you want to find out why I've got them in there. And then I've also got flushable cleansing cloths, but pretty much they're like baby wipes for adults. So I've got that for myself as well. And then as far as clothing goes, I've packed a couple of nighties. I'm pretty sure I just used the hospital gown for the one night I stayed in with Jack, and I probably will end up doing the same. But I've packed these anyway, so these are just ones that I bought when I had Jack, and they're like nursing friendly. They button down the front, and they're just light, comfy. This one's like a V-neck one, so you can easily breastfeed in it. And like, I've been wearing this one up until recently. Now my belly's too big for it, but it worked really well. I've got a couple of just like soft bras that I actually bought from Kmart. I think it was like $15 or $14 for a pack of 2. So I got both of these, and I lived in these like for the first few months with Jack. They're just super comfy. You can take there is like a soft cup in there, and you can take that out if you want, so they're perfect for sleeping in, but you can also wear them during the day. And they're not actual nursing bras, but like you can just pull them down and use them just like a nursing bra. So I've got those for myself. I've got, well, for like coming home, I've got a cardigan, and you'll see, I'll show you my dress that I've packed for myself for that. I've also packed a couple of fluffy socks. I was gonna, like, I don't have any slippers at the moment, and I didn't want to have to go out and buy some, so I just thought, oh, I'll just put these in. They've got little grips on the bottom, they'll work. So while I'm in hospital, if like I'm in there for any length of time and I feel like putting on actual clothes, I've just got this maternity top I've packed. So it's something comfy, but not too warm. And then I've just got like some sweatpants, which are really, really old, but comfy. And then this is what I packed for my going home outfit. I actually wore this going home when I had Jack. And it's just like, kind of like a peasant style dress. But I wanted something cool because I know after Jack my hormones were just like raging, and I just needed something really comfy. And this is a nice dark color, so I'm not self-conscious. It's nice and loose, but it still looks feminine and pretty, and I can wear a cardigan over top if I need to. And then also for, this is kind of like a joint for me and for baby, I've got the nursing cover, which I shared this in my last pregnancy update. So, or sorry, it won't be my last pregnancy update by the time you're watching this video. It was my 35-week pregnancy update, or 36-week pregnancy update. Anyway, I'll link the video here when I figure out which one it is. It's the nursing cover, so I've packed that as well. There was one thing I forgot about for me, and that is this gown, which is like centuries old. It was actually my grandmother's, but I wanted something light because the hospital's so hot. It's just like so warm. So it's just like a nice loose light dressing gown, but it's pretty, and I can put it over whatever it is that I'm wearing that's not so pretty. On to baby girl's things. So the midwife asked me to bring a couple of blankets for when she's first born that I didn't mind getting dirty, because they don't wipe them down straight away anymore because it's better for their skin. So I've just got this fleece or flannel blanket that it's just like a swaddle blanket that I had with Jack. Not too fussed about that getting dirty. And then I've also got like a fleece one here. Again, not too fussed about these getting dirty. So those are for when she's just born. They can wrap her up in those. Now, I did bring probably a little bit more for her than is necessary, but you know, baby clothes are fun. So first off, I've got some vests or singlets, whatever you want to call them. These are just size newborn. I've got 3 of these to put underneath, because I'm all about layering my babies up to, you know, then you can strip them down if they get too hot or whatever. And then I did bring an all white nightie just in case the gender ends up being different to what we are expecting. So yeah, I've just got this white nightie, and it's got elastic down the bottom, and it's got the fold-over mittens on the sleeves. And then I've got a pink nightie as well. Because my babies are really small, I didn't want to pack like a bodysuit type thing just in case it didn't fit, so I just find nighties a lot easier. And then for going home outfit, I have packed this pink nightie. And like it buttons up and there's elastic at the bottom. And all of these have got those fold over sleeves, which I like so much better than mittens. They're way more practical. But I've got that, and then I've also got, because obviously she'll go in a car seat, so you'll have to like lift the nightie up a little bit. So I just got these newborn tights, which I remember being gigantic on Jack. I'm pretty sure he went home in a pair of these as well. But anyway, they're yeah, just little newborn tights. And then I've got this hat for her going home outfit. It's, well, hat, it's a bonnet really. It's so gorgeous. I've also got this hat, which I really liked for Jack. It stayed on really well, so I brought that one as well. And then just like little things, I've got some booties in here and several pairs of socks and some mittens and a couple of headbands, which is more just for like pictures rather than practicality. And then on like a practical side of things, I have bought a couple of these old-fashioned nappies. They're just great for like burp cloths and stuff like that, so I'm bringing a couple of those. And then I've also packed a couple of muslin wraps because, again, I like to layer up my babies, so I could always like use one of the other swaddle blankets, but I can use this first if I need to. And again, these are good for burp cloths and stuff like that. I have packed this swaddle blanket and headband. I don't know if I'm going to end up using them. We might for like a picture or something, like, you know, she's here kind of picture. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be in the hospital long enough to even consider having to use it, but I've got it anyway. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be miles too big for her, but whatever. It's in there. And then just for going home and perhaps wrapping her up in the hospital if it is a bit cooler, I've got this blanket, which you might have seen in her nursery tour. I can link that video here. But I knitted this when I was pregnant with Jack before I knew what gender I was having. And I love it. It's just like the perfect size for a bassinet or a pram or wrapping your baby in. So, and it'll be lovely in the car seat too. So I have that packed, and that sums up what is in my hospital bag. So I've definitely packed lighter this time around. I had like a million outfits when I packed for Jack, but I had no idea what kind of birth I would have. This time around I'm kind of expecting it to hopefully be pretty straightforward and quick, and therefore I can hopefully not have to stay in the hospital too long. So yeah, that is what's in my hospital bag. If you have any questions or you think I've forgotten anything like vitally important, then please put it in the comments below. I do have a last minute checklist, so that's something I need to mention. That's things like the camera, and Shane's going to pack himself a change of clothes and like deodorant and toothbrush and stuff like that for himself, and a drink bottle for me. You know, just those little last minute things that are around the house that you need to pick up while I'm in labour and get into the car. So that's sort of Shane's duty. But other than that, we're pretty much set to go now. And like I said, Shane can always pop out and pick me stuff up if I need it, if I have run out of something. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button so I know. Like I said, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you want to keep up to date with my journey, hopefully by the time you're seeing this video, I would have had my baby girl. That would be really nice, because I think this is going up on the 31st and I'm due on the 29th. So fingers crossed she's already here. If not, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!